Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Alright, just testing the audio real quick. Alright, just. Alright. And we're live. Let's go ahead and do our dailies.
Have a cup of coffee to jumpstart your day.
Who the heck is Kylie? Oh, the event chick.
Stop to take a break.
It's like,
Go
shout
further.
Kylie. Who's Kylie? Never do funds. Alright. Fun. Okay, let's go do this one. Miyabi's here for some reason. Miss Miyabi, so when do we start? Start now. Shall we go to Tuli's place now? How's it going? Is it just my imagination? I can't help but feel that from the moment I met Miss Miyabi on the street to when she agreed to help, there was a constant sense of detachment, almost like interacting with an AI. With an AI? I think I understand what's going on. Hey, Nanko. Welcome. It's the regular customer from last time. Tuli looks much better now. I think it's just one step away from full recovery. I ran into Miss Miyabi on the street and mustered up the courage to ask her to help Tuli. Although Miss Miyabi agreed, ever since a moment ago, she seems to have been repeating the end of my last sentence. She's probably unaware of this. Oh, is that so? Then who could I ask about the combat? Wise. How did I end up here? The training was just too intense. Coming back to my senses, I feel everything around is just so unfamiliar. Why are y'all staring at me? Did you all find out I ate an extra melon bread this morning? Well, way to out yourself, Miyabi. You explain the current situation to Miyabi, and the fox-eared girl, now back to her senses, cheerfully agrees to help. Together you arrive at the VR machine. Anon, are you here to help me contain the hollow disaster? Exactly. I can't leave people in trouble. Now we have help. What a relief. Are you ready? Let's go. Miss Miyabi, thank you so much. Now would both of you enter the combat with Tuli? Let's go. Alright. Hello. Dream attack warning, so the second part, I guess. Infiltrate dream. Spend 4,000 gear coins at the modification workshop. Spend 2,000 gear coins at okay, so I have to spend 4,000 coins. And since these are the trial characters, we'll use these ones. Alright. An additional 17 damage per rank. Duration increases by 1 second per rank. Damage boost effect group by 2 per rank. We'll go with this one. Okay.
I'll do my best.
To spend at least more than 4,000. We'll go with that.
My turn.
Do I get all of these? Or do I pick one? Guess I get all of them. Ooh, that's a lot of coins.
James, time to rotate. Ambush.
I can take him!
Your crime won't be forgiven.
I don't know if I spent the 4,000 I needed to. I might have to restart. Oh, I got it. Alright, cool. From this dream onward, you can freely choose dreamland equipment. Let's continue by selecting our third dreamland. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the next dream, I guess. urks match battle thing.
I'll do my best. That's insufficient.
Okay.
Time to rotate. Ambush. No escape.
Watch your blind spots.
Accept your punishment.
There you go. Anomaly disorder taken. Additional. Okay. And that's the final zone. Oh gosh.
Watch out. Prepare to face judgment.
Hey, Vandal. How's it going? Is.
You may remain silent.
Vandal again. One back. There is. The one Vandal is back. Confirm. And then we have this last one. Oh, I didn't see what the requirement was. Damn it. Alright. Ow. Wait. Yeah. Buy all these? I think that's what he wants. Oh, spend 12,000 gear coins?
I'll do my best.
Alright, bought all those. Clock zone, depth illusion. Let's go to clock zone. Finish combo within 60 seconds.
The final act begins now.
There you go. Let's keep buying all these. Penetration. I'm almost there, I think.
That's in position.
Easy.
The rats.
Your crime won't be forgiven.
Blast them. Cool. Did I do it? Did I buy everything I needed? Did I spend big cash?
I'll do my best. Watch out.
S rank. S rank. There you go. Next area. Oh shit, I didn't see that guy.
Got your back. Now, you're the prey. Hit him where it hurts. Let's make this quick.
You asked for it.
Jabbed him. And that's why he's dead. Training, what kind of training? Actually, it bears some similarity to your dream. As long as you have the intention of training, everything can be a method of training. Miss Miyabi seems to be discussing some rather puzzling topics with Tully. I checked Tully's data, and all the problematic areas have already been automatically repaired. So everything's fine? Thank you so much. If it weren't for you two, I wouldn't know what to do. Tully, stop clinging to Miss Miyabi. Let me give you a comprehensive checkup. Alright. So close to Pulchra. To the free Pulchra. Okay. Okay. The more of that stuff that I can buy, the better. Right. So that's that for that. Let's go to the Silver Soldier song. Envy's crit damage increases. Cinema when Soldier Zero Envy lands. Let's try that one. Thunder. Yeah. We'll deploy Thunder. Bang boo. To obtain intel she needs, she agrees to help that someone, so she goes to collect observation data from a certain hollow.
Leave it to me, Andy.
I wonder if the company and devs have seen the fan art. Oh yeah, of course. That's the first thing they see.
Adjusting for wind. You're in my sight. Take the shot. Pierce right through. Let's play a little. Want to recharge?
Fan art is usually one of the first things that any company with illustrations or characters or drawings are exposed to.
The melody of combat. Right on cue. Secure your position. Right over. I'll pierce right through. Recalibrating.
I forgot what movie. Oh, it was Zootopia. Where the animators were like, yeah, the Disney executives got them into a room and then showed them fan art, like hentai and like porn and stuff, and told them, yeah, the first thing you should be aware is that
Don't hesitate.
this is what's gonna happen to your work of art, basically.
Are one with the wind.
And apparently a lot of like artists and developers apparently are told that from the beginning before they start any project.
I won't back down.
But to be honest, it still baffles me that a lot of artists and a lot of developers or like movie producers or whatever are still kind of like it's kind of weird to me that they still have to be told, hey, by the way, there's gonna be porn made of anything you make. Because I feel like if you're working anywhere in that industry, you should already know. But apparently some don't, so they had to be literally pulled aside and have a special meeting for that. Like actually like show them like all the hentai and porn and fan art drawn and be like, yeah, so people are gonna draw your characters like this, so don't be surprised if you see it. No problem. The proxy said if I helped you out, I'd get burgers tonight. By the way, this new outfit of yours is pretty cute. And it seems kind of familiar. Have you seen it before? Someone wearing a military uniform similar to mine? Perhaps someone who might even look quite similar to me? Oh, now that you ask, I'm not quite sure. I'm just the worst at remembering people's clothing. Never mind their faces. However, I think I saw them at the Turbo remodeling shop. Enzo might remember more clearly than me. Is that so? Could you come with me to ask Enzo about it? Go to Turbo together? Sure. I customly wearing the same uniform as Ambi. I remember now. That kid was wearing a hat and sunglasses, so I couldn't see her face too clearly. She wanted to buy equipment in bulk, preferably from the military or some organization discarded inventory. It sounded like she wanted to equip a group of mercenaries or something like that. Did you make the sale? Ambi, now you're messing with me too. Turbo is an honest and law-abiding little shop that only provides repairs for automobiles, Bang Boo, and other home appliances, nothing more. Even if we take the most extreme hypothetical, and it's just hypothetical, that such a pipeline did exist, I would only arrange it for regular customers, not some untrustworthy stranger hiding their identity. Come on, where's the discount for loyal customers, Heh, I don't even give a discount to Weiss, you can even ask him. Though, I remember that weird kid was mumbling something, what was it again? Echoes of silver or something like that? Do you really not remember where she might have gone? Are there really no other clues? Let me think. Grace, wasn't another customer here too? I remember now, it was like this, Anby. There was another regular customer here that day, a female high school student. Her phone screen was cracked and I helped her replace it and applied a screen protector for good measure. I remember very clearly. She left at almost the same time as the kid, which might mean she might have seen where she went. You might be able to get more information from her. Alright. Gotta wait for these stories to unlock. I thought there was more to do, but I guess we'll do story mode stuff. Well, before we do story mode stuff, let me do my daily grinds.
We fighting? Take me.
Okay, so I still have to
Any
beef
case
up
to solve?
my chingy, and my grace. Can I get more of these notorious hunts? No. But I think it said I can also buy some from here. Logistics. No. I thought I could buy them from there, but I guess not.
We fighting? Take me. Let's start the experiment.
Yeah, no, I don't have any. I guess what I could do is just keep
Only the
grinding
brave
for
one. I only handle technical matters.
these. I should max out chingies because theirs is expensive. I need to grind for more. Okay. I'm gonna keep grinding for more of that electric stuff. No. This.
Waste of time. Understood. Let's finish the job.
Come on, bro! Don't stop now! More tough than
Roger. It's pointless resist. Please don't resist.
I'm here!
Such provocations don't go unanswered. Sure. Let's finish the job.
You can't handle this! Go, 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 go!
Yeah.
resistance is futile. Hold again. Let's finish the job.
You can't handle this! Face me!
I'll handle it with pleasure. It's pointless to resist. Let's check your math.
Your foundation ain't solid!
This ends here. Such provocations don't go unanswered.
Lock him up.
Here comes the first. Let's finish the job.
Come on, bro! Don't stop now! Alright, bro! Together now!
Yeah. I think it should be enough grinding to beef her up a bit more. Damn, and then after I finish beefing up Grace and Chingy, I'm gonna have to beef up freaking Pulchra.
Understood. It's pointless to resist.
You can't handle this! Come on!
I'll handle it. Resistance is futile. Our work's not finished, team. Surrender. Let's finish the job.
Come on, bro! Don't stop now! Up front!
Don't push too hard.
Mind and body. Are you red-handed? It's pointless to resist. Let's check your math.
Alright. Alright, let's finish beefing
fighting?
up
Take me.
Chingy.
Let me finish my cup of hot water.
Okay. Let's go to Grace. Oh, I'm already out? Damn. That's fine. I still gotta work on these two, but I can't do that if it's not full. Oh yeah, story. Let's go do story. Alright. Give me a sec just before I start story. Alright, sorry, I'm back. I went to go make myself a little chalky milk because, it's a rainy day and also it's been hailing. So it is cold and it's windy, so you get like that really icy, stinging wind on your face. And I worked today, so outside, I had to work outside, and yeah, got chalky milk. So yeah, it was cold. It was cold, so now I just want to warm up, drink a little warm chalky milk. Alright, let's continue with the story. Also, I don't know if my game audio is it sounds low to me, but I don't know if it's low to you guys compared to like my mic voice. So let me know if if you want me to raise it up a bit more. I don't want my voice to like overwhelm the in-game audio, or the audio just not be as audible as my voice is for you guys. About to enter immersive storytelling. Continue. So yeah, just let me know if it's too low, or if I should turn it up a bit, or if it's fine. Let's go to Noodle Shop. Your invitation has been confirmed, esteemed guest. Would you like to enter private suite now? Enter the suite. Wow, this private suite is truly impressive. It's quite fancy here. There are also some expensive looking dessert and drinks. Looks like we're a bit early. Lycon and the others haven't arrived yet. Why, should we look around first? We can also try some very expensive looking desserts and drinks. Ooh. Meanwhile, a pleading voice suddenly comes from nearby. Please help me, I really have no other choice. Weiss, it looks like something's happening over there. Let's go check it out. Someone's trying to break. Oh!
Deception. Betrayal. I see swirling mist, shrouding the truth in a deep, enigmatic haze. Found you. Chosen one.
Okay. When I first saw her when I first saw the character, like seeing all the fan art of her and stuff, I thought she was gonna sound very like snotty, kind of like Hugo. I thought she was gonna have like a very like snobby rich girl voice, but like her voice is actually very soothing. I still don't know about her attitude. She's still kind of. I mean, she's clearly high class. There's no denying that, but I hope they don't lean into like the whole like snobby rich kid. Yeah, Lycon's there. I can't even talk to him. Anyways, back to Vivian.
You are exactly as I thought you'd be.
What do you mean by the chosen one?
Chosen one? What's that? Sounds like something from a tacky novel that was popular a decade ago.
Words can only convey so much. So it's understandable if what I say doesn't make sense to you now. But you'll know what I mean soon enough.
Young lady, I know you might think I'm lying, but I'm telling the truth. That item was my late husband's keepsake. I had to pawn it due to financial difficulties. I can't bear to see it auctioned away to who knows where. I'd never be able to get it back. Please help me bid for it. There's a hidden flaw in that item. If you point it out during inspection, it will be withdrawn from the auction and returned to the pawn shop. That way you won't have to pay for it. In In return, I'll offer you some compensation. It may not be much, but it's all I can manage. Please.
Mom, please don't cry.
She's cute too, by the way.
Your story
Talk
might
about
be
MILF.
genuine, but your intention is not. Besides, this has nothing to do with me. Your misfortune is not my concern.
Young lady, you don't look like you're struggling for money. How can you be so cold-hearted?
Yeah, I was gonna say, she seems kind of
I'm
like
sure this refined individual
cold.
here feels the same way.
Huh? Are you referring to me?
Yes, you. If you're willing, could you please...
The auction is about to start. I'm not sure how you gained entry, but I'm sure you don't want to be driven out with your daughter. And you?
The young lady's indifferent gaze turns towards you.
Here's a little piece of advice. Don't let your sympathy easily sway you in an auction like this. Otherwise, you might get swindled. I'm Vivian, by the way. Pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
Dear guests, the auction will begin shortly. Please make your way to the venue.
Wait, where'd Belle go? Esteemed guest, would you like to return to Lumina Square? No, not right now. Oh, that sucks. Damn, though. For an NPC, whew. Alright. Are you alright? It seemed you were caught up in some dispute just now. That's no big deal. Then I'm relieved. Actually, I overheard parts of the conversation. Forgive me for speaking bluntly, but it's rather strange to have guests like that mother and daughter at this auction. Perhaps, as the mysterious Vivian said, they didn't enter through regular means. There may be more to this. But let's return to the auction. If you're interested in any particular item, you can bid on it. Master will cover the bill for you. Really? Rest assured, Master's budget is quite sufficient. Regular auction items should not be a problem. Unless other parties also set their sights on that item we wanted. Should that happen, we'll adapt accordingly. I trust in your wisdom. During the conversation with Lycon, a sudden unexpected guest appears beside you. Oh, it's this Curtis dude. What a small world. So you've got a new companion today. Where's that obnoxious blonde boy from last time? Obnoxious blonde boy? It's a long story. So we can bid on whatever we want? I think so? I'm not sure. I think it's just story fluff, but yeah, technically we can bid on what we want. I didn't expect someone of your caliber to be able to attend this auction. If Master Edmund finds out, he'll make sure to investigate where you got the invitation from. Who's that? You don't even know who the Master Edmund is? He's a prominent figure in top, someone with authority to speak on behalf of them. Master Edmund will also attend the auction, and he has an extremely noble mark on his forehead that anyone who sees it will remember. Why am I wasting my breath? You wouldn't understand anyways. You better pray we don't set our sights on the same auction item. You'll have no chance of winning. Oh, we're gonna bid against this guy, I guess. After exchanging those harsh words, Curtis hurriedly leaves. Master, that gentleman just now seemed very hostile toward you. It looks like you two have some history. However, it's getting late. Let's head into the venue. Let's go! Let's go spend billions and trillions on little trinkets. Esteemed guest, please present your invitation. Your invitation has been confirmed. Welcome to the auction. Please follow me. Drop kick his snotty ass, yeah. You enter the auction venue. The first half features a variety of items, but none of what you're looking for. There's a strange yet amusing golden bamboo statue. Fortunately, your budget allows you to try bidding for it. The good news is you only have one opponent. The bad news is that guy is Curtis. You'll just have to take him down, just like the last time. For some reason, that mysterious Miss Vivian also seems intrigued by this bidding and comes to our side.
He may be from the Ravenlock family, but he's been entering the lottery in secret. His financial situation might not be too great right now.
Ugh, what rotten luck. I didn't expect to see you here. I won't back down this time.
Try raising your bid, double your bid, try messing with him.
Aren't you that bigwig from the Ravenlock clan? Surprised to see you at the same auction as us commoners.
This is the top auction in the industry. I really don't know how you got an invitation, but I doubt it was through legitimate means.
You seem a bit hesitant. His accusation isn't true, is it?
You should just give up already. I'm dead set on getting this item.
Try and intimidate him.
Truth is, we've got a solid sponsor. Give up, because we're going to secure this no matter what.
So that's how you were able to join the auction. I knew there was something funny going on. Damn it! Am I really going to lose?
Nicely done. I see you're getting the hang of manipulating your opponent's emotions at the bargaining table.
Okay. Let's not rush into inflating the price. Seems like it's just the two of us interested in the item. Why don't we discuss this in private first?
Why not just let me have this one?
Why not just let me have this one? I'll take this item, and I won't bid against you for anything else. Seems like a fair deal, right?
Huh. That really is a great deal. Yeah, right. Do you think I'm an idiot?
Well, your trick is out in the open. Maybe a bit more finesse next time?
You're really stubborn, huh? Is it really worth arguing over such a small collectible?
That's right. The Denny's in our pocket is our biggest advantage. Host, I'm raising the bid.
Price is way more than it's worth. Forget it, I'm out.
Get
It's
fucked.
a bit overpriced, but it's still acceptable.
You beat Curtis, winning the bid.
Regardless, congratulations on your winning bid. Though, in my opinion, its aesthetic style is a bit ahead of its time. But as long as you like it, that's what matters. After all, the true value of art is in the love people invest in it.
The next item is truly exceptional. The final creation of a legendary artist, the only one of its kind in all of New Eridu. The artist's tale is quite fascinating. Unrecognized during his lifetime, his works were discovered by art collectors after his death and became hugely popular. Because of this, authentic works are few and far between, making each one incredibly precious. And this stunning final piece, anyone who loves his work won't want to miss it. Without further ado, let's get started! Sold for 1 billion! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the first half of the auction. Please feel free to unwind in the lounge for a bit, as more treasures await in the second half.
I don't know what item we're trying to get for Lycon's boss. One rather abstract. Whatever. The statue you've acquired is indeed extraordinary. I have previously helped clients acquire similarly distinctive statues. Was it a client from your time as you know what? No. According to what you said, when you know what happens, we won't have the concept of clients at all. Is this thing a good investment? Well, in terms of this collectible commercial value, it's not exactly a good deal. But if you like it, then that's its greatest value. Miss Vivian also seems to have a keen eye for collectibles. It's a bit concerning. Master Hartman, you've come as well. I have something important to bid on. Curse it. I have no idea who the seller behind this thing is and why they insist on going through the auction process. Mysterious guest.
The coffee here is drinkable.
But
Why are there so many unfamiliar faces around? I thought this was for regulars only.
You have a strange look on your face. Despite her ruthless exterior, she's actually quite kind-hearted. Though you wouldn't dare think that, would you?
How did you know?
Looks like I hit the mark. Just to clarify, I didn't assist that woman out of kindness, nor do I plan on giving up the item I just purchased, because it's nothing more than a common scam.
A scam?
A scam? So you're saying that woman is a fraudster?
They'll tell you a tragic story, begging you to help bid on a collectible at a high price. They promise a reward and guarantee the item will be withdrawn from the auction, so you think you won't have to pay anything. But the reality is, once you bid, the deal is done. No going back. And you end up shelling out a hefty sum for something worthless.
So why did you still bid on the item?
I really enjoyed the story of that legendary artist. Art, at its essence, sells stories, doesn't it? I'm willing to pay the price for the stories I choose. That's another lie. Looks like you believed me.
Okay, you got me again.
Let me give you another piece of advice. Appearances can be deceiving. People often mask their true intentions. Sometimes, what you can't see is the real truth.
Vivian suddenly approaches, blinks, and silently mouths two words. Master Proxy.
I hope next time you'll accept my invitation, and not that of these pretenders. I'll see you soon, my friend of many secrets.
So she knows we're Proxy. How did she know? I wonder what Lord Phaethon is doing right now. No, now is not the time to be distracted by Lord Phaethon. I'll think about them once I'm done here.
The second half of the auction is about to begin.
So she knows our identity? Esteemed guest, second half auction is about to begin. Would you like to enter the venue? Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Up next in our auction is tonight's showpiece, the one-of-a-kind Robe of Heroes. Legend has it that, long ago, this was a garment that only a hero could wear. What's truly fascinating is the unique gem embedded in the collar of this robe. It's unlike any gem I've ever seen. Almost magical.
Sacrifice core. A weird core extracted from sacrifice, radiating an ominous aura. It seems to be hiding a mysterious power. Huh. Looks like a brooch.
Guys, that gem's probably what we're looking for.
Such an important item, yet it's just there on a piece of clothing, completely unprotected.
How gaudy.
This auction sure is busy. There's people of all sorts, whether they belong or not.
Robe of Heroes. What a tacky name. Nonetheless, I'll secure it. In the name of the Ravenlock family.
Yes, I see it. Seems authentic. Of course, I'll keep an eye on it.
After some intense bidding, only two contenders remain, you and Hartman, the current head of the Ravenclaw family. Why are we competing for the gem?
I didn't expect this to drag on so long. I believe there is no meaning in continuing this senseless bidding war. Frankly, wasting time irks me more than squandering money. So, my friend, let's cut to the chase. What did you have in mind?
This man is pretty shrewd. Maybe I should match his energy.
I want to be a hero. I want that robe. What can you offer?
Perhaps a better question should be, what can you offer me?
The ball's in my court now. Good. I enjoy conversing with people of sufficient intelligence. There are more antiques in this auction than just the robe. Why rush into this? You might find something else you prefer.
I'm not a collector, so I'm not into antiques. That robe just caught my eye.
In that case, how about we strike a deal? All I want is that gem. So, if you cease bidding now, I'll take the gem and you can have the rest of the robe. How does that sound?
He called our bluff.
The Ravenlock family always gets what they desire. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask around.
What a coincidence. I, too, always get what I want.
You're quite confident.
You know when to stand your ground. Well done.
My time is valuable, my friend. I've already lost a significant amount of dennies talking to you. If I offer you a token of appreciation, let's say a hefty sum of dennies, would you consider backing out of this bid?
Let's try this.
In that case, if I were to give you a hefty sum of dennies, would you back down?
I fear my price is beyond your means. It's been a while since someone dared speak to me like that. All right, since I can't sway you, we'll have to settle this with our financial power. But let me be clear. No matter how high it goes, I won't back down.
Drat. Though the mayor gave us a substantial amount of dennies, I have a feeling it won't be enough to win against someone with this amount of financial power.
After a round of intense bidding, Cartman secures a row of heroes at a ridiculously high price.
Thank you, everyone.
We lost, damn it.
It appears I'm the final winner of this auction after all. Well, I'll be taking this masterpiece with me. Of course. I must extend my sincere gratitude to all of you.
Damn it, we almost won. Ugh, Denny grabbing jerks.
I got a message from Hugo. He wants us to...
Look
up?
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Why'd the lights go out?
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, Vivian's...
What's going on? The power went out?
Mommy, I'm scared.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Uh-oh.
welcome to tonight's auction. My apologies for the long and dreary opening.
I thought you said you were gonna make it,
Closers
Hugo.
always have a lot to say.
That guy looks familiar.
Is that...
What are you all standing around for? Someone deal with this intruder!
How uncouth. I'm simply here to reclaim what's rightfully mine.
You! When did you?
Well then, tonight's show is coming to an end. I wish you all a lovely evening. Yours truly, Mockingbird.
After him! Catch that thief or forget about getting paid tonight!
Damn. They got jacked. Well, I guess Hugo had a backup plan in case we wouldn't win.
I can't believe he's here. And his target happens to be that core, too. Forgive me, Master Proxy, but that... Mockingbird and I have... history.
You might find it surprising.
You might find it surprising, but I know him too.
You do?
You brief Lycon about your encounter with Hugo, and you emphasize that you had no intention of keeping him in the dark.
I see. So that's how you know him. Years ago, we founded Mockingbird, the Phantom Thieves Syndicate. Things started off well. We were young, with naive ideals and lofty goals, and we pursued what we thought was right. But one night, that all changed. There may have been signs of what was to come, but no one noticed them at the time, or perhaps we chose to ignore them. Eventually, I left Mockingbird and accepted the olive branch extended by the mayor. The separation was, shall we say, less than amicable. And my dearest friend became my sworn enemy. Master Proxy, if I may ask, what do you think of Hugo?
Despite how he helped me, something feels off.
Though he helped us before, and he seems pretty nice, I can't help but feel something's off. He is a part of Mockingbird, after all.
Mockingbird has changed from how we envisioned it. And Hugo, too, No, it's nothing. In any case, he's very dangerous. I'm still unsure of his intentions, but we cannot risk letting him have the sacrifice core. Based on my past experiences, I can likely predict the route he'll take to evade his
Turn up the
pursuers
game
and
just a
escape.
bit. Alright.
However, this path lies within the hollow. Master Proxy, can you...
Does this sound good? A bit more? Alright. How's that sound? Alright, good. I'm feeling super strong right now. Let's head straight over.
Let's head straight there. I'm feeling pretty strong right now.
Very well.
I'm feeling super strong
Please,
right now. Let's
follow
head
me
straight
then.
over.
Let's head straight there.
Okay. Like on Master, it's this direction. If we enter the hollow from here, we should be able to track him down. By the way, about your sibling. She's already gone home. That's good to hear. Worry not, I'll ensure your safety at all times within the hollow. You're not going to fight him, are you? I hope it won't come to that, but how it actually goes depends on his attitude. Master Proxy, if you're ready, let's enter the hollow now. Oh, there he goes.
As I thought, Hugo really is here. When we were still working together, we would often choose routes that were difficult to attack, yet easy to defend. Master Proxy, the layout of the port is complex. Ethereals may jump out from any corner. Do be extra careful.
There are so many ethereals. They don't seem to be phasing him at all.
I really do like Black Tongue's good voice. It's
Though
yeah.
I am loath to admit it. That man is quite formidable.
It honestly it doesn't sound any different. Like, tone-wise, like it's literally like almost the same voice.
Goodbye, my friends.
Pay his provocations no heed.
That's a proxy. The container console here has been destroyed by Hugo. He really went to great lengths to block our path. But don't worry, once we find the specific container console, we'll be able to repair it. As a proxy, taking care of this container console allows us to proceed forward. Let's repair it quickly. Ah yes, puzzles. Let's head out here.
Careful, or you'll get hurt.
I'm not going to let you have your way. Master Proxy. That's one of Hugo's weapons. Make sure to avoid it. Stand still. It may look like a coin, but it's actually a dart. He's extremely familiar with this place. Master Proxy, dragging this out will only be to our disadvantage. Let's proceed through here post-haste. Stay calm now. Stand still. The mechanism here isn't damaged. It's still functioning normally. Something's not right. It feels too easy, almost as if you let us through on purpose.
It's a trap.
Stay calm now. Stand still.
We played right into his hands. He's taking the opportunity to run off again. Is it the thief's escape ability? You're right. These are skills owned through countless practical experiences. He's very good at this. If I'm not mistaken, the direction Hugo just escaped to should be the area above where we first entered this hollow. Nice proxy. Let's hurry and catch up. Alright, let's catch up then.
This must be the right way. Not to worry, Master Proxy. We'll be able to catch up to him.
Repair the console as you did before. Hugo hasn't gone far yet.
It should be this way.
Lycon pauses momentarily. In the distance, a group of heavily armed figures emerge.
Are they from the auction? No, they shouldn't be able to track Hugo here. They're likely just hollow raiders. Back then, Hugo would typically retreat into a hollow after securing the goods. And as his partner, I'd be responsible for leading the pursuers astray. I'm unsure if he has a partner now, or who they might be if he does.
He must have a new partner.
Wow. Phantom thieves usually have partners. I assume he must have recruited a new one by now.
True. That could make things trickier, as he may have passed the court his partner. Regardless, Master Proxy, let's steer clear of those hollow raiders for now. Although I'm confident in my ability to defeat them, a clash here might delay us and jeopardize your safety. Our main focus now is locating Hugo and retrieving the gem. Stay calm now. Move, please. Stand still. He should be nearby.
Did Lycon just sniff? Did he just try to sniff him and be like, oh, he's nearby? There we go. Cutscene.
Long
Wait,
time
hold
no
up, like
see,
how snips?
traitor.
Oh.
It was you who broke the oath, not me. You haven't changed, pompous and self-righteous.
Ooh, a scythe weapon. I'm a sucker for scythe weapons.
on freezing!
Both of you, enough already!
Uh-oh.
Master Proxy.
Oh, we're gonna make them become friends again?
Are you all right, Master Proxy? Any injuries?
I just forgot how tall I was.
I'm fine. I just forgot I wasn't using EOS. I thought your attacks would just go over my head. I'm not used to being this tall, I guess.
Rest assured, Manager. My blade has always been steady. I'll never point my weapon at my allies, especially not you. As for that oath, he has no sense of control in the heat of battle, even turning on his own comrades.
I'd thank you not to spread lies.
What? Are you denying it? I merely spoke the truth, didn't I?
At that moment, the Hollow Raiders you encountered earlier close in on you. Oh, like uncaring. I mean, Hugo cares too, apparently.
Thought we were in for a tough day, but it seems we struck gold in the end. If you value your lives, you better hand over all your etheric
So
resources
typical vampires
and
versus
any
werewolves.
other
I don't think he's a
valuables you've got.
vampire.
I have no conflict with you, gentlemen. I'm here for personal reasons, not to mine ether resources.
Cut the crap. It's been a rough day, and we need something to make it right. Whatever your business is, pay your dough or bite the dust.
Pay our dough. This is the Hollow. You're not claiming this Hollow as your own, are you?
That doesn't mean anything.
Not even the current mayor of New Eridu would dare to make that assertion. Am I correct, Mr. Mayflower Watchdog?
You sure have a mouth on you, pretty boy. Don't push it. We've buried idiots like you in the Hollow before, and soon you'll be joining them.
I'd urge you to reconsider.
Huh?
Unfortunately, your kind advice has come too late. They've already worn my patience thin.
Uh-oh. Hugo swiftly deals with the Hollow Raiders. Damn, all on his own?
Help me!
Scared? Then perhaps you should think twice before you act. You've made your bed. Now lie in it.
Sorry! I'm so sorry! Please have mercy!
Spare us! We won't do it again!
Are you quite done blowing off steam? Don't kill them. I'll hand them over to public security once we're out of...
Who do you think you are to tell me what to do? They weren't planning to show you any mercy, yet you forgive them so easily. You haven't changed at all over the years, Lycon. To hell with you and your foolish fantasies of being some almighty savior. Haven't you learned your lesson from what happened with your eye and legs?
My principles remain unshaken. No one has the right to take another's life.
Sinners deserve punishment. Do you know how many lives they've taken? I'm merely delivering the justice the world needs.
It is not our place to pass judgment. I know I will not sway you. There's no point in continuing this argument. I will stop you. I always will.
Go ahead and try. I will defeat you. I always will.
Damn.
Be prepared to kneel before me, traitor.
Talk too much.
Trying to run, are we?
Oh my gosh. So he did. Wait, he did what?
I'd
So it's like
advise
Twilight,
against
but in a
trusting
gotcha game. Got
anyone
it.
from the Mayflower family. or their dog. How many bodies did the mayor step over in his ascent to power?
Amateurs. Do you two have to fight?
My apologies, dear man. But I'm itching to teach him a lesson.
Shut up!
So like that. I still love you. So I guess Lycon's a traitor in this story. He mentioned his iron legs, remember? So that might mean Lycon did get his iron legs hurt or cut off. Yeah, I guess so. After Hugo leaves, Lycon goes silent, as if lost in his memories.
Worry not. Mastery of my skills will come in time. But there's something more important I would like to teach you. Something about faith.
Does a phantom thief even need faith?
Of course. What else would we fight for?
For wealth, fame, and power to stand at the top, so nothing and no one can imprison us. Isn't that what everyone desires? Or perhaps by faith, do you mean something asinine and empty, like justice, dreams, or friendship? Hilarious. Grow up, Lycon. It's time to let go of your naive fantasies of being some almighty savior.
You just don't get it.
All right, enough squabbling. What I'm trying to teach you is very simple. I may not walk the path of justice, but I do not walk the path of evil. There's too much injustice in this world. And there are times when it becomes necessary to right those wrongs with unconventional methods. Taking lives, however, is out of the question. Life is a precious gift, one that nobody has the right to steal. No one should have the authority to judge whether another lives or dies. Keep that in mind.
I will.
You don't seem convinced, Hugo.
As you mentioned, this world is unjust. That's why we must strive to bring fairness to this world. Those who cause harm should face consequences, just as those who take lives should. But not all lives hold the same value. Sometimes, you may need to eliminate one if it means saving more.
You're too proud. Your pride may lead you astray.
I have my own path and beliefs, Jack. I'll determine for myself what's fair and unfair.
Hey, watch your mouth. If it weren't for Jack, you'd be dead already.
You're a smart kid, Hugo. Skilled too. You could easily take the life of a sinner. However, what if one day you found out you were wrong? What if that so-called sinner were innocent? Could you bring them back to life?
I wouldn't make that mistake.
To err is human. Everyone is bound to make mistakes. It's good you are open with your thoughts. I just don't want your troubled past to weigh you down. Because your hatred doesn't define you. It only eats away at you.
You've been quiet for a while.
Are you okay, Lycon? You've been quiet for a while.
My apologies, Master Proxy. I was just reminded of some past memories.
Yeah, Lycon sounded younger
Hugo
in
and
that
I founded Mockingbird. We had a mentor,
cutscene.
Jack. He took us under his wing when we were in dire straits,
Hugo sounded the same, though.
imparting his skills and life lessons. But Hugo didn't agree with his viewpoints. Perhaps our paths were always fated to diverge.
I've been curious for a while now. What caused you two to split?
Mockingbird, faced numerous triumphs. but also setbacks. And one of them was a disastrous one.
Hugo. You... Was this you? All this?
So what if it was?
Have you gone crazy? Have you been planning this all along? You'd bury all these lives in the name of vengeance?
They deserve to die. Especially my so-called father. I should have killed him a long time ago. A really long time ago. You know what, Lycon? There's some people whose only purpose in life is to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes murder is what brings justice back into this world. And for that, I must stain these hands in blood.
Enough! I can't trust anything you say anymore. I'm leaving Mockingbird, now!
Where are you going?
Anywhere. Someone from the Mayflowers got in touch with me before.
Are you mad? You know what those hypocrites in city administration are like. They're no different from tops. We fought them together all this time, and now you're leaving to serve as their lapdog. Are you going to turn your back on Mockingbird? Turn your back on me?
The mayor is different from the others. But it doesn't matter. I'm not going to even try convincing you. As your friend, I'll give you one last piece of advice. Please, stop here. Otherwise, the day will come where your hatred and ambition will consume you.
Damn. Nice backstory.
My apologies, Master Proxy, that you had to hear such an unpleasant tale. Hugo came from a powerful family, and his relationship with them was always strained, especially with his own father. So much so that Hugo wanted to personally put an end to him. After shouldering a mountain of injustice, Hugo ran away from home. That's when Jack and I met him. And that setback that Mockingbird suffered turned out to be intimately connected to his family. I had thought it was just a normal mission, when in fact he was plotting revenge. He took advantage of me and everyone else there. I do not mean to pass judgment on him and his decision, but I refuse to accept a partner who is willing to trample over other people's lives for their own desires. Perhaps his family left a mark on him that continues to influence him to this day. In any case, Hugo still has the sacrifice core. We should contact the mayor to plan our next moves.
A pleasure to speak with you again. Lycon has already filled me in on Mockingbird stealing the sacrifice core. I'll deal with it.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Anything else we can do to help? I mean, we didn't manage to complete our mission.
No. You've done well. It's just not appropriate for you to get involved in what's to come.
We've been through far more dangerous situations. Plus, we've dealt with Mr. Mockingbird before, so maybe we could help you.
Really, I appreciate your kindness. It's just... Very well. Seeing as you're all people I know I can trust, I'm going to be frank. Not long ago, I received a letter declaring criminal intent.
Sir.
Lycon, I know you don't want to place them in danger. I feel the same way. However, I believe they deserve to know the truth. That letter threatened to use a sacrifice to take vengeance against the entire city of New Eridu.
Vengeance.
What do you mean by vengeance?
I believe the person, or the organization, who sent the letter is planning to use the sacrifice to mount a large-scale attack against the city. Everything we've uncovered so far seems to support this hypothesis. As you know, the sacrifice's true power is a mystery and cannot be controlled, if anyone attempts to use it as a weapon. This is no small issue. If this gets out, it'll send the public into a panic. Please promise me you'll keep things confidential.
Then let us help out.
Then let us help out. We can do our part too.
But it's like I said before, it'll be too dangerous for you. Whichever way you look at it, you're still citizens of New Eridu, and as mayor, it's my duty to protect you. Plus, Carol would be furious with me if I put you in danger. If she were still around. Anyway, I'm not at liberty to discuss this matter any further. Please rest assured that we will handle things properly as the administrative authority of New Eridu.
That's right. Master Proxy, please trust us.
So that'll be all for today. Goodbye for now.
I really like, this is nice. Lycon's voice actor in those ranges. I love that. Yeah. It kind of sucks because I feel like the other... He has good ranges. I'm sure the old voice actor also could, but he just didn't really have the chance to shine like that. But yeah, this voice actor's got it on lockdown. Why? So though the mayor and Lycon seem reluctant to let us get involved in this matter, we can investigate on our own. That's right. If the warning letter is true, this is a major issue concerning the safety of New Eridu. Sacrifice, Exaltus, Bringer, there might be a deeper secret behind all this, and it could even be related to our teacher. No matter what, we cannot just sit back and do nothing. But before that, let's make time to go over our tactics properly. For now, let's call it a day. Feels like too much has happened. By the way, Weiss, did you notice? Hugo's Mockingbird disguise seems to be just a mask. The mask is enough to conceal his entire identity. That sounds a lot like a certain classic character's glasses. Alright, no more jokes. Let's take some time to rest. After sweet, refreshing sleep, you feel reinvigorated. Weiss, let's discuss how we're going to investigate the Exaltus. Let's start by investigating Bringer. Yeah, that's what I thought too. The Commissioner's hasty closure of the case seems a bit suspicious. We should definitely find Juyan and get more information first. I'll go investigate at PubSec. Alright, I'll leave it to you then. I'll also gather some information on the Internaut. Take care and come back soon, Weiss. Okay, Belle. We get it, Superman. Yeah. Ooh. Get to go talk to my baby girl, Juyan.
I'll have to work overtime to finish this mission report. You're here.
Oh, it's you. What can I do for you? I wanted to ask about Bringer. You saw the news, I'm sure. The Commissioner closed a case citing personal misconduct. I already found it strange and wanted to investigate further, but there's been a lot of obstacles. It's as if there's a hidden force that doesn't want me to get involved in this matter any further. Sounds suspicious. Yes, but it could also be my sensitive position. As far as I know, after the case was closed, the items left behind by Inspector Bringer were all sent to Hollow Special Operations for processing. However, those items have already been screened within the Baru and there's nothing suspicious about them. If you're still worried, you can also get there later and ask. Also, my colleague at PubSec, most of us have worked with Inspector Bringer, to some extent, so they might know something. I'd love to investigate with you, but I've been busy lately. There's an organ trafficking case recently. And some other odd persons cases as well. Missing person cases as well. Her excited you're here was cute. Yeah, I was gonna say. She sounded really happy. There's an organ trafficking case recently and some other odd missing persons cases as well. What the fuck? Organ what? Yeah, remember? That was the whole Anby storyline. With all the clones, they were harvesting all the clones for their organs. No worries, I'll investigate on my own first. Alright, just let me know if you have any questions. Aw, Julian couldn't really help us. Peaceful public security officer. Hello, how can I help you? Did you know Bringer? You mean Inspector Bringer? Oh no, he's not Inspector anymore. I'm not very familiar with him, but I did organize the things he left behind. Looking at it now, I guess they can be considered as a state. Is there anything special about them? Special? No, just very ordinary things. However, I heard from other colleagues that Bringer had a notebook he never parted with. But I couldn't find this notebook in his belongings. It's probably lost somewhere. Anyway, everything has been sent to Hollow Special Operations. I think it was Section 6. Maybe it's because the higher-ups suspect there's a mole in PubSec. Security room. Hello, citizen. Is there anything I can help you with? Did you know Bringer? Mr. Bringer? I know. I once caught him in the bathroom secretly recording to his to-do list for the next day with a tape recorder. Probably worried that he would forget otherwise. Is human memory really that short, or was it just Mr. Bringer? However, if there had been others in the bathroom at the time, Mr. Bringer probably would have noticed that. It's because I'm a Bang Boo that I happened to witness something like this. Is there a problem, citizen? Did you know about Bringer? About Bringer? Wait, you're not a reporter, are you? I'm just a curious citizen. Oh good, bosses told us not to talk about Bringer. Probably worried about reporters being careless with what they write. I really don't know why he turned out this way. He used to be a good person. Many years ago, after he came out of a hollow, his entire personality shifted. I thought it was because he was injured in the hollow or had witnessed something terrible, but that operation was very successful. He rescued many citizens from the hollow and emerged completely unscathed. How strange. Do you have any other information? I remember now. Seems like Bringer had memory issues for a long time, always forgetting stuff. Back then, we even suggested he keep a diary or something, though I'm not sure if he ever listened to us. I don't know anything more than that. After inquiring around, you gather a lot of information about Bringer. You share this information with Julian and agree to meet at the Hollow Special Operations. Looks like I still need to check the items left by Bringer. I need to head to HSO now. Alright, let's go to HSO.
Today's training.
You're here. Julian has already told me about the current situation. We have already found all of Bringer's belongings, nothing unusual so far. I already had a notebook. A notebook, I don't recall seeing one, but there are a few tape recordings. Our colleagues have already listened to these tapes. They're just routine meeting minutes and similar recordings, nothing out of the ordinary. After carefully inspecting the tapes, you find one that feels different from the rest. It seems a bit heavier. Do you need to play these tapes again? There shouldn't be any need for that. These recordings have already been reviewed by both Hollow Special Operations and PubSec, so there shouldn't be any issues. There might be something hidden inside. Indeed, the weight of this tape is different from the others. Let's take a closer look. After carefully examining the special tape recording, you discover that there seems to be an encrypted message within. I see, this must be the reason for its weight. But how can we decrypt it? I can try to crack it. Then we'll leave it to you. Oh, mini game time. You did it, as expected. Looks like there's a new content that can be played on the tape now. That's interesting. I didn't know secret information could be hidden this way. What secret? So Kaka wants to know. Julian, are you nervous? I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about this. After all, he put so much effort into hiding it. There might be really an answer inside. Let's listen to it now. You're right. No matter what, I have to face the truth.
Alright, let's get started.
A cassette that Bringer left behind starts playing. I wonder what's going to be in the message.
I'm probably not getting out of this hollow, but at least this tape recorder still works. Let's say these are my last words. I gave away my anti-corruption equipment to save those civilians, so I'm not in good shape. Unfortunately, we came up against a horde of ethereals right after that. I rushed over to fight them off and tried to save the civilians, but in the thick of all the fighting, I turned back and realized that I was somehow alone. Nobody was behind me. Luckily, I managed to defeat the ethereals, but the wounds and corruption I sustained in doing so should be fatal. I don't mean to cast the blame at all here, and if any of my colleagues ever pick up this cassette, I hope that nobody is ever held accountable. It's just human nature. It's normal. I just have a few regrets. Oh, what's that over there?
You hear a long, raspy, and creepy noise.
I've seen a miracle. Yes, that thing is right. So long as humanity is in constant conflict against the Hollows, we'll never be able to grasp true power. Only by embracing everything. It's the only way. Only by embracing this power can everyone survive. Oh, Creator, please grant me this!
The room is left in complete silence as the cassette finishes playing. Julian in particular looks like crestfallen. Oh, thanks for the follow. Are you okay, Julian?
Are you okay, Julian? Don't be so down.
Thanks. I'm okay. It's just... Even though we had our suspicions, now that everything is out in the open, I can't help but feel a little... Well, at least now I know the reason why he changed.
What did Bringer see during the recording? Whatever it was, he called it a miracle.
I saw the mission report from that incident. Bringer emerged from the Hollow unscathed, completely free from injury or corruption. Plus, I remember him rescuing a few civilians and walking out of the Hollow together with them.
But if that's the case, then it's at odds with the audio we heard. Which one is the true version of events?
It's possible that both are true. Like if Bringer actually met a real god that completely healed his body and helped him save the others.
And that's why his mood changed so much. Why he started believing the Exaltists. Because he witnessed a miracle.
That sounds like a reasonable speculation at this point.
But it still exceeds the limits of what we know.
In any case, it's a clue that ultimately points to the Exaltists. I'll keep pulling this thread and see where it leads.
I just noticed that Miyabi's belt his hands put together. Yeah. I think it's supposed to be her family symbol or something like that. Regardless, time to head back to the video store and rest for a bit, then I'll think about the next steps. I really wonder what Bringer saw back then. If I had known earlier, I could have asked him before drawing my sword. Your sense of humor has improved, Chief. Everyone, I just spoke to Zuyan, and public security seems to be very busy lately. Are you talking about the cases tied to Tops? Anyway, it's not like they're our concern. You know? Of course, Tops hasn't exactly been peaceful lately. Word is that PubSec has been pulling threads and found something that's connected to those illegal drugs I was tracking. The Mayflyers over at City Admin have been making moves too. In any case, these elites of New Eridu are starting to stir. We might be in for quite a show. What I mean is, if public security is too busy, some Hollow-related case will be transferred to us. Huh? I just, but yeah, don't worry, I got you. It was a bot. Yeah, just, I realized. I mean, obviously. Oh, Vivian's here.
I've been waiting for you for quite some time. We meet again, Master Proxy. I imagine you've already managed to gain some info from the conspirators. About some people who wish to use sacrifice to launch an attack on New Eridu.
You know about that?
So you know about that? I only just found out myself.
Because I've been watching you this entire time. I know many things. But unlike those hypocrites, I'm willing to share info with you to show my sincere hopes of working together. I need to find Bringer's belongings.
Bringer's belongings?
Bringer's belongings? Did he even leave anything behind?
Oh, he did. I have complete confidence in my intelligence network. All the more reason for you to work with me. You've probably already guessed, but what Bringer left behind will be crucial for cracking the alleged sacrifice attack. Find it, and we'll finally know what they are after.
What do you mean by they?
Who do you mean by they?
The Exaltists, of course. They're always lurking whenever something related to sacrifice comes up. Actually, the Exaltists and I, we have a bit of shared history. But no more than that until you officially agree to work with me.
Fine.
All right. I agree to work with you.
Splendid. I like people who don't mess around. By the way, might I ask, you're not proficient at in-hollow combat, are you?
Proxy.
Well, you know, I'm a proxy after all.
As I expected. Not to worry. You're an invaluable proxy. All I require is for you to guide me. I mean, not even my darling Lord Phaethon can fight in the hollows.
Hang on. What did you just say? Your darling Lord Phaethon?
That's right. The best proxy in all of New Eridil. Lord Phaethon. Don't tell me you don't like him.
Uh-oh. She's fucking fangirl. I thought this whole time she knew, but I guess... Hold on, she hold up. Yeah? Should I tell her? I'll tell her.
You might not believe this, but I'm actually Phaethon.
You're an outstanding proxy, that's true. But Lord Phaethon's a cut above. No one could ever replace Lord Phaethon.
I don't know who she's
But I know
dreaming
how you
about.
feel. You're actually one of Lord Phaethon's fans too, aren't you? So he's your biggest role model in life and you hope to become just like him, right?
She's a simp? Yeah, she's straight up simp.
Fine, you're right. I'm actually a fan of Lord Phaethon.
Then we're fellow fans! Wonderful. I feel so much closer to you now.
After inexplicably joining Vivian's informal fan club, you listen to her go on about her love of Lord Phaethon for nearly an hour. She's thinking he's giant and hunky.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Once I start talking about Lord Phaethon, I just can't help myself. Look at the time. I suppose that's all for today then. I'll be in touch with more news.
I was so caught up chatting with a fellow fan that I almost forgot why I'm here. I found out where the remainder of Bringer's belongings ended up. They should be hidden in a hollow in the outer ring. I'll need to make some preparations. Let's meet up in Blazewood later. Don't worry, I'll protect you, Proxy. I won't let you get hurt. How did you know we were proxies? Because I gathered the information from my intelligence network, of course. I think she's friends with Hugo. Hey, Weiss is hunky a bit, in a way, but he's got a nice toned body. I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's connected to Hugo. I may look this way, but I've got a pretty impressive job and I know many secrets. Since we've agreed to work together, what's the deal with you and the Exaltus? I must foil the Exaltus schemes. Whatever they're planning, I'll stop them. This time I absolutely cannot. Look, just think of it as my personal beef with the Exaltus. Whatever the case, we're on the same side here. It's getting late. I need to go back and make some preparations. See you in Blazewood. Vivian leaves in a hurry. She seems rather reluctant to discuss her relationship with Exaltus in detail. Weiss, are you sure you want to head straight into the hollow, or should we use the old trick and connect to Eos instead? That would be a bit safer. But if we connect to Eos, Vivian might recognize us. After all, she's our fan. Let's just go in. If you say so, Weiss. Alright, but if anything happens, you have to stay safe. Even though we can stay in touch any time, I'll still worry. Vivian will protect me. I'll protect you too, Weiss. If anything goes wrong, I'll get back up for you right away. Alright, let's take a break for now and wait for Vivian to contact us. After some time, a message from Vivian arrives. Time to head to Blazewood and meet her. Well, if we meet with Vivian in Blazewood, we're just gonna end up, because isn't bring her stuff with Caesar and the Caledons? So they're just gonna call me Proxy, or they're just gonna, well, they don't use the word Faithin, so they just say Proxy. Everyone almost calls you Master Proxy, not really Faithin, so I guess our secret is oh, Ambi and Trigger are here. Huh.
Proxy, you're here too.
I didn't expect to run into you here.
What are you two doing here?
What are you two doing here? And what's with the new outfit, Ambi?
I'm here to investigate that incident.
You recall the incident experience with Ambi and Trigger. The relevant details have been recorded as tapes and logged in the video archive. If you have time, you should go and refresh your memories with them.
I've recently dug up some clues about the person behind the operation, but my key contact is ultra cautious and keeps demanding me to prove my identity. So, to gain her trust, I decided to meet her dressed like this. Now that everything is completely finished, this uniform doesn't really represent anything in particular. For me, it's just another outfit now. We all have to move on someday.
I'm helping her. I want to make sure whoever's behind all this is caught. Ah, and who's this young lady?
This is my friend, Vivian. We're here investigating a few things ourselves.
Ambi, one of the Cunning Hair's most powerful members. And Trigger, an Opal Squad sniper. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
Do we get Trigger for free? No.
You
have to wait for a
know
pull.
us?
The next pull is going to be Trigger.
Looks like someone's done our homework. Is it because of the proxy?
You two are practically celebrities. And because of my work, I've got loads of info when it comes to anyone with a name around New Eridu.
I see. Seems you're handling your work well.
Let's prepare to enter the Hollow. Unless you have any further questions, we'll be taking our leave now.
You're going into a hollow? Proxy, you plan on going in like that?
Yeah, that's right. I've recovered quite a bit lately, so I don't need any protective equipment in the hollows.
Damn it. Yeah, she's going to be a pull. You shoot a wink at Ambi and Trigger, who both notice your signal and don't ask any more questions. Right at that moment, a rather familiar-looking lady appears.
Huh. Aren't you that lady from before at the auction?
Hello. I didn't expect to see you again, young lady.
Oh. What the heck? What the heck?
Vivian, are you alright? You look depressed.
Are you okay, Vivian?
What's wrong, Vivian? Are you feeling all right?
It's nothing. I just drifted off for a moment there. So then, what are you doing here?
Don't worry. I'm not here to scam you. I'm waiting to meet someone.
Don't tell me. You're my contact for intel?
That's me. Ambi from Silver Squad, I presume? Pleasure to meet you. All right. I'm going to exchange some information with Miss Ambi here. So if you'll excuse me.
What is going on? Sienna steps to the side with Ambi to discuss something. Meanwhile, you look at Vivian with some concern. What's with all these, like, random meetups? You aren't looking so good.
You aren't looking so good. What's the matter?
I can tell you later, but not right now.
Okay, that's all the information I got for you. In return, I want you to do something for me. Take me into the Hollow. I left something very valuable inside. I have to find it.
Seeing as we were just about to go in ourselves, why not join us?
It's fine by me. But didn't you say you were investigating something?
It's fine. There's no rush. Right, Master Proxy.
Huh? Yeah, there really is no rush. Sure, let's all go together.
It'll be safer with more people, and we'll find your missing item more quickly.
Thank you.
Okay. So that chick wants some. She hired Ambient Trigger for an item that she wants, and Vivian and I are going to investigate, and we just happen to meet up. Why do you suddenly decide to help Sienna? Proxy, do you believe in fate? I do. I see. I've always thought that predetermined fate is a very sad thing. Proxy, I actually... No, it's nothing. Let's hurry and head into the hollow. What? Predetermined fate? But why was she crying, though? Oh, gosh! Why did she run up to me like that? That legit scared me. This is also an excuse to be able to fight using, all the new characters. With everything going on, yeah. I don't know, I can't even begin to predict where this is heading.
Time to focus fire.
Because it's vague enough to be like... Okay, well, Vivian... We know Vivian's purpose for trying to, what she's trying to do. But the fact that that weird lady's here again, and she happened to hire Ambient Trigger.
Now it's my turn to ask questions. What exactly is it that you're investigating?
Since you're familiar with the name Silver, then you should know that it shouldn't exist anymore.
I just went this way because it felt like there was...
What I'm investigating has something to do with it.
Leave it to me, Randy. Ether vision activate. Adjusting for wind.
Fight him off. Off balance.
I'll pierce right through. Ether vision activate. Increase firepower.
A perfect conduit. Resolve. Proxy, let's use that fissure to head to the next location.
What is Vivian planning? I feel like she doesn't trust that lady.
This is the place.
So, what is it that you're looking for?
A ring. I was excavating ether here before and accidentally lost it somewhere. Please, could you all help me find it? It has to be somewhere among all this stuff here.
Sure, I'll start looking.
I'll go with you.
I'll stay here with her then.
Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me. Go ahead and accompany the others. I'm sure it'll be faster that way. And sorry for wasting your time like this. I know it might sound strange, but I'll be so happy if my daughter grows up to be capable like you.
You remember the legendary artist mentioned by the host during the previous auction? Unrecognized during his lifetime, his works were discovered by art collectors after his death and became hugely popular. Sounds like quite a story, right? In reality, these art collectors are to blame for his death. These pompous big shots discovered his talent and even wanted him to crack forgeries of famous works. Someone as proud as him would never agree to such a thing. Not only did he refuse, he also wanted to expose their schemes. And some days later, he suddenly took his own life. I knew him. He would never do something like that. Those big shots silenced him. How do you know all of this? Because that legendary artist was my husband, Mira's father. My condolences. Thank you, but I might not need it anymore. So who exactly are those big shots you're talking about? Given the circumstances, it's fine to tell you. It's the Ravenlock family. The matter I just discussed with Miss Anby is also related to them. The collectible you asked me to bid on earlier, I should probably return it to you. Don't worry about it. But isn't your husband's final work? It's fine. Our bond doesn't need to be anchored to any object, and I don't need these works to remember him. It's much better off in your hands than someone like Hartman's. Proxy, may I speak with Miss Sienna alone for a moment? Of course. I trust Vivian. Something sounds off. Vivian and Sienna step aside and discuss something in private. Alright, regarding the matter of finding the ring, I'm entrusting it to you. It's my wedding ring. I would be extremely, extremely grateful to you. I don't know what she talked about. Getting a lot of stuff. What is Vivian planning? I really don't know where this is going. You find some food left in the hollow for unknown reasons. Clearly, there's no sign of the ring Sienna is looking for among these items. Proxy, if you're hungry, I brought some food with me. Thanks, I'm not hungry. Okay, you can't eat those, even if you're starving.
There's leftover food here. I don't want to imagine what's inside the bag.
Neither do I.
Suspicious item. You find a plush toy. After squeezing and eating it thoroughly, you realize it doesn't have what you're looking for. No one would hide a ring inside the stuffing of a plush toy, right? Don't worry, there's nothing inside. I've already gone through it.
A toy that seems emotionally stable. There shouldn't be a ring hidden in it.
It's pretty cute.
Wait, what? Oh. Wait a minute. What the heck? You find a lunchbox. After bracing yourself, you crack it open and peek inside. Whether lucky or unlucky, the box is empty. No one would put a ring in a lunchbox. It would spoil the taste. Is that the main concern?
It's a fancy lunchbox?
I wonder if its owner is safe and sound.
You find some scattered oil barrels. After carefully searching, you find nothing resembling the ring inside them. Does Sienna actually want to find this so-called ring? What do you mean? She says she's looking for the wedding ring, but she also says she doesn't need any objects to remember her husband. We've been searching here for so long and found nothing at all. Maybe the ring never existed in the first place. It was just an excuse. Let's go back.
What's wrong, Vivian? You seem worried for a while now.
location should still be safe. I hope so.
Uh-oh. Did she pass out? By the time you turn, you discover Sienna with her eyes closed peacefully.
Her vital signs are gone.
What happened?
I guess this was her final scam.
Shortly before,
There's one thing I must remind you. Your time is running out.
I'm not sure how you can tell, but you're right. I'm going to die in here. That's my plan. I'm very sick and don't have much longer. If I try to get treatment, it'll just be a burden on my daughter. So I scam my way through a bunch of physical exams and managed to take out a hollow corruption policy through Ravenlock Insurance. Once some time has passed, could you please take my corrupted body out of the hollow? That will secure a generous compensation package for my daughter. It's only what the Ravenlocks owe me. A pity, yes. But it's the only way I can squeeze it out of them.
What makes you think that will help you?
I just trust you will. I'm just awfully sorry you had to get involved in this. But it's something I must do. I have to leave something behind for my girl. I have to give her a chance at life. If it's okay, could you also please pass a message to Mira for me? Tell her, don't worry. Even if Mommy's body is corrupted, withers away, and turns to dust, my love for you will always be there. Thank you. You're a good kid.
after saying this, Vivian falls silent for a moment.
She was betting that we'd help her.
So, you were aware of this the whole time?
Yes. Because I saw it.
Vivian falls silent for a moment, as if recalling the memory of back when she shed tears in front of Sienna.
You might not believe me, but I've had this ability to see the future since I was a little girl. But the things I see are always something bad. Plagues, deaths, disasters. That's all I've ever been able to see.
It's all that kid's fault!
She's seriously jinxed.
I always try to avoid her. Otherwise, she'll say something rotten that ends up coming true again.
Prophecies, she says. Like she's not the one bringing the bad luck upon us.
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Sorry. I'm sorry.
What good is saying you're sorry? Things like this keep happening every time you open your mouth!
How unlucky. She shouldn't be here. Nobody wants her around.
If only she would just disappear.
I just wanted to warn you all. I'm sorry.
After recounting the stories of her past, Vivian stays silent for a long time, as if she's struggling to break free from the shackles of those dark memories.
Every time it's the same. In the end, there's nothing I can change. Sometimes I even wonder whether it's me predicting these things, or if my very existence is manifesting these calamities.
Vivian, it's not your fault.
You were just trying to be kind and warn them about impending disasters.
I can tell it's never been easy for you.
Thank you. No matter what. I just hope she finally gets to rest in peace. I hope no misfortune, whether I foresee it or not, ever happens to anyone.
So, Miss Vivian, do you always cry when you have a prophecy? Yes, every time a prophecy appears, I can't help but shed tears. I used to wonder if I could just hold back my tears and maybe these bad things wouldn't happen. But I just can't do it. No matter how hard I try, I just can't. You're being too hard on yourself. Vivian falls silent for a moment, seemingly unwilling to continue the topic. Sienna said that the compensation from the Ravenlock family hollow corruption insurance is enough to settle her daughter Mira for life. Though it's hard to imagine the notoriously stingy Hartman engaging in such a money-losing business, maybe he wants to improve his reputation. Yeah, I think so too. Actually, there have been rumors that the Ravenlock family had fallen out of favor with Tops for a while now. That's why they're becoming so desperate, afraid of being abandoned by the mighty Tops. Sienna's actually a skilled intelligence broker. She retired from the business a while. I see. No wonder she was able to gather classified information. She says she tried many ways, but everything was useless against the untouchable Ravenlock family. She still couldn't avenge her lover. But I believe everything she did was meaningful. The same goes for you, Miss Vivian. Everyone, it seems there are ethereals nearby. It's not safe to leave here. Let's keep moving forward. Her body just on the ground? I mean, yeah, like, there's not much we can do.
Roxy, do you believe that the future can be changed?
That's quite the sudden question.
In my memory, this has happened countless times already. How can I see these misfortunes? Why can't I even have a sliver of happiness? Focus up! Fight him off!
Recalibrating.
Focus up.
The melody of combat. Ether vision activate.
The fissure that we're looking for is up ahead.
I thought we were gonna take her body, but I guess we're leaving it behind.
Keep up the pressure. Right on cue. Ether vision activate. This bullet will reach its mark. Flip the switch.
Show no mercy.
Save your strength, Envy. Recalibrating. A perfect conduit. Loyalty. Pierce right through. Loyalty. Show no mercy. I think it's about time.
We should take that lady out of the hollow. You guys go on.
Thank you.
She gave us the intel we needed, so this is the least we could do. I hope everything else goes well for you.
Sugar and Anby leave.
Master Proxy, is there anything you'd like to know? You can just ask.
I'm curious about your story, Vivian, but we can talk more once you feel ready. Don't worry, I'm very patient.
You're the first person to ever say that to me. I'd be happy to share my story with you. These premonitions I see are not within my control, and they always come to me in a flash, like a flood of images in my mind. Most of the time, I see death, disease, accidents, and disasters. Of course, there are also some non-fatal mutilations. But every time, without exception, they end up happening. And I can never prevent or change them. That's all I have to say about it. If that offends Master Proxy and you don't want to hang out with me anymore, then I can understand.
Why would I be offended? That's just who you are, Vivian. Besides, we're friends.
I've always considered this ability as a curse.
It's not a curse. Actually, I think you've been given a gift.
Thank you. Really. Well, it's getting late. Bringer's belongings ought to be around here somewhere. Let's take a closer look.
Can we finally play as Vivian? That'd be cool. Found it, the vending machine. Bringer belongings are probably stashed away in there. Why the vending machine? That's the intelligence I got. Maybe Bringer thought this was a good spot. Anyway, let's look around first. You search the vending machine up and down but find nothing.
Looks like it isn't in here.
Thingies. I knew it. There must be other vending machines nearby. This could be the one. Bring your belongings. What could they be? Still nothing.
Strange. There's nothing in here.
I have a feeling. Bringer's belongings are definitely inside this vending machine in front of us. I believe you. Alright, let's search it thoroughly. You carefully search the vending machine and still find nothing. Just as you're about to give up, you kick the vending machine by accident. Where a drink would normally roll out, a worn-out notebook appears instead. Wow, Mr. Proxy, so this is how it's done. Your league's ahead of professional intelligence brokers. Uh-oh. What the heck is Hugo doing here?
Hey!
Bringer's notebook. Old and worn, it seems to have a lot of locations of interest marked down.
This is it. This notebook is what Bringer left behind. But I don't know what these markings on it mean.
You and Vivian put the Bringer's notebook together, ignoring the surrounding danger for some time, until the shriek of an ethereal suddenly rings out nearby. However, a moment later, a strange yet familiar figure materialized to block the ethereal, disposing of it with ease.
Well, hello, Master Proxy. It's been a while. Oh, don't give me that scandalized look. I did just save your lives.
I would have protected the Proxy even if you hadn't appeared.
I'm sure of it, but I happen to be in the area. Worry not, dear companion. I have complete confidence in your strength.
So you two know each other?
Hang on. Did you say companion? So you two know each other?
Apologies. I didn't have a chance to mention it before. I'm actually part of the Phantom Thief Syndicate, Mockingbird.
That's right. I was only able to slip in during the auction thanks to some help from Vivian backstage.
So the whole time you were only bidding on the collections so you could get backstage and tamper with things?
I warned you before. You can't rely on appearances.
Don't worry, Master Proxy. We don't have any ulterior motives here. As you've probably heard, Mockingbird is a renowned phantom thieves syndicate in New Eridu that, despite its longevity, has managed to maintain the secrecy of its members' identities to this day. So, disclosing our identities to you is essentially the highest sign of good faith that a Mockingbird phantom thief can show.
Kinda makes sense.
I guess that makes sense.
Your trust is most appreciated. Mockingbird's purpose is very simple, really. To form long-standing and cooperative relationships with outstanding proxies like yourself.
We need your abilities.
Before you make any decisions, please allow me to briefly explain the concept behind the Mockingbird Syndicate. We all know there isn't anything in this world that's fair. A prime example being the uneven distribution of wealth. People from tops splurge on luxurious collectibles, while the poor have to gamble with their own lives just to get by. Of course, besides wealth, there's also an unequal distribution in this world of happiness and suffering, hope and despair, love and hate. It's all just so unfair. Somebody has to do something to tilt the balance of the scales. And thus Mockingbird was born. We take from those who have far more than they deserve and give it to those who deserve to have more. If you ask me, that's enough to be considered a form of justice.
I agree.
All right, that makes sense. I can agree with that.
Thank you. I knew if anyone, you'd understand. However, aside from these philosophical considerations, we also have a crisis on our hands to deal with. As you know, the Exaltists are plotting to use the power of sacrifice to launch an attack on all of New Eridu. We can provide you with all the latest intel, just like that notebook you found. Something those pompous housekeepers would never be willing to do. And the most crucial part of this whole game, the sacrifice core, is currently in my possession. I think that makes this a highly competitive deal. We share the same goal for the moment, stopping the impending disaster from playing out.
I need some time to think about it.
How about this? If you still have misgivings about our upcoming cooperation, then why don't you bring Lycon along with you? He's got the support of the mayor's office behind him, and his presence alone is enough to keep me in check. That would put you more at ease, right? Of course, you're welcome to bring some other friends along, provided they aren't from public security or HSO.
Alright, got it.
Well, if you're willing to let my friends come along, then you've got a deal.
Great. It's a deal. By the way, Proxy, this is for you.
Fancy collectible. Collectible gift. A collectible gifted by Vivian. It looks like an expensive and exquisite piece of art, but it seems hollow inside. Might that mess with its value?
Consider it a souvenir commemorating our first time working together.
For now, we'll carefully look through the contents of that notebook. I'll contact you if anything comes up.
I want to trust Hugo, it's just... he has tendencies to do things... He's not afraid to get his hands dirty, which can be okay sometimes, but I feel like he goes overboard with it. That's the only reason it's kind of sketchy to trust someone like that, because, like, I'm all for, like, the idea of, like, taking justice into your own hands, but I also don't fully agree with the execution of that. And Hugo seems to execute it. He isn't afraid to do the execution in ways that might not be correct. Why am I Hugo? Since we're already at the video store, should we ask Mr. Proxy to recommend some films? My apologies, everyone, but I need to take my leave and go take care of my art gallery now. Does he actually own a gallery? I also need a convenient social identity for various reasons. The title of gallery owner works quite well. Alright, I'll stay with Master Proxy for a bit longer. But Hugo, you've been oddly busy lately. You're not hiding something from me, are you? Well, shortly before. Oh? What's Hugo been up to? Well, as an art dear collector, Mr. Hugo, long time no see. I assume you finished the task I asked you to do, yes? Done as promised. I've already found buyers for the goods you gave me. No shortage of big names among them. Of course, I've also recommended your gallery to them as instructed and spread the word about it in the circle. But getting rid of all this exquisite stuff so suddenly, you're not in trouble, are you? If you have funding issue, I'm also your guide. I've got friends who offer loan services. Thank you for your concern, but my cash flow is very healthy, and I have more than just you as my middleman. In essence, I'm just looking to boost my gallery's reputation in the scene. I see, those rare pieces in your collection definitely caught a few eyes. I'm sure they're all looking forward to collaborating with you. Thank you for the kind words. Alright, it's getting late. I should head off now. See you next time. Now, time to find that guy. I remember him mentioning that he would dress up in something more presentable this time. So Hugo is trying to build up his auction art gallery so that more rich people will invest, but he doesn't need the money, so there must be another reason he feels he needs to do that. Yes. When the musician's third string breaks, the gatekeeper whispers to me, in which hand hides the coin for the underworld ferryman? Huh? Are you still LARPing at your age? I thought only people my age would like it. Sorry, my mistake. Seriously. When the musician's third string breaks, the gatekeeper whispers to me, in which hand hides the coin for the underworld ferryman? The left hand holds death, and the right hand holds deception, but the raven has already flown away with the answer. I can't get over the embarrassment every time I say this. It's quite poetic, isn't it? The meeting with Hartman has been scheduled. He'll be waiting for you in that same private suites. Or should I say, waiting for Hugo, the renowned collector and gallery owner. Thanks, I know I could count on you. Still, I have to ask, you're not looking to make the Ravenlocks your enemy, are you? And if I say I am? Not like I can stop you anyway. You've already caused a scene at the auction. That Robe of Heroes stunt, I can't believe you came up with that. Hartman's been on the move lately. That organ trafficking case from before is linked to him, too. I also heard that they're dropping big money on some kind of drug research. The Ravenlocks have always been a bunch of cold-blooded bastards doing all kinds of messed up things that make your blood boil, and swept everything under the rug with money, power, leaving the victims with no justice. Oh, so Ravenclocks are the ones that are funding the whole drug thing that involved Harumasa's storyline, and they're also behind the whole Bringer fiasco, and now they're behind... They're like behind a lot of things that are going on in the game. But Hartman, he's the worst of the bunch. Rumor says that he personally took out the previous heir and clawed his way to the throne. I know, relax. I don't plan on clashing with him head on. You'd better not. I don't want to witness Mockingbird's folly. Or trying to crack a stone with an egg. I prefer to see it as more of a gambit. I could never win an argument against you anyway. Don't forget, the Ravenlocks family is in bed with those Exaltus lunatics. Who knows what awful scheme they've been cooking up lately. In any case, as your old friend, I sincerely wish you all the best. Thank you. By the way, how's Lycon doing lately? I haven't seen him in a while. What? I know you two split up, but it's been years. Are you still not over it? Don't know, don't care. If there's anything else, I'll get going now. Alright, fine. Good luck. The students nearby seem to be having an intense discussion, and you hear a familiar name. So, that Mockingbird Phantom Thief Syndicate only looks flashy, but hasn't actually accomplished anything, right? Tops remains unshakable, and those big families are just a step away from getting total control. It's possible that even the mayor cannot keep them in check. But doesn't the mere existence of the Mockingbird serve as some kind of warning? Every time they release a crime warning letter, fear erupts among these evildoers. Really? But what can they actually change? In the end, it's probably just a game. To the big shots, Mockingbird is like a fly. Annoying, but not deadly, so they just let it be. So what do you think this should happen? If you ask me, you have to dismantle everything from within if you truly want to change. Without power or influence, it's all futile. The first step should be accumulating resources by any means necessary and if possible joining tops. After all, to establish a new order, the old one must be demolished, just like how creation requires destruction. That sounds exactly like something a villain would say. If it's really possible to join tops, many would probably defect immediately. True, who would turn down money? It's almost time for the meeting with Hartman. Time to go. Your invitation has been confirmed. Esteemed guests, would you like to enter the private suite now? Let's go. You, the one who has business with Master Hartman? Correct. Master Hartman's time is extremely valuable, and he has graced you with his meeting amid his busy schedule. I sincerely hope he brings something substantial to the family. Haha, worry not. I stand here precisely because I have enough leverage. You had a better.
How about it? Will you work with me?
Not bad. Let me be honest with you. I have the sacrifice core that you're after. I am Mockingbird.
So it's you. I never thought you'd be so bold as to come see me alone.
Relax, my friend. As you know, if I can sneak into such a heavily guarded auction, then naturally, I can just as easily slip away right now. I'm here with the sincere intention to seek cooperation. I can give you that sacrifice core.
And what do you want in return?
Wealth, glory, power. The things everyone else in the world wants, I want them too. And I'm confident that as the current heir to the Ravenlock family, those are all things you can give me.
Then you've certainly come to the right place. My family is working on a big project. If things come to fruition, Ravenlock's status in tops will significantly improve. At which point, I'll be sure to leave a spot for you. Naturally, as an outsider, you're precluded from handling any of our core business. But profits from the scraps alone will be enough to set you up for life.
Mr. Hartman, I think you've misunderstood me. I have no intention of joining the Ravenlock family. In fact, I have an art gallery under my name that does pretty well for itself. I was hoping you could recommend me for tops.
You want to join tops? That's easier said than done. Even for a family like ours, it would still require significant effort and...
Just answer me yes or no. I don't think either of us can afford to waste time.
I understand. Yes, you have my word. But in exchange, you'll have to give me the sacrifice core first.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. I've already hidden it somewhere safe, a place nobody else but me knows. You don't want to put all your chips on the table when dealing with tops. I know that far too well.
Then that means I also need to keep an eye out when working with the infamous Mockingbird, right?
Mr. Hartman, I should remind you that I stand before you undisguised. Coming from a phantom thief who's never publicly revealed his identity, shouldn't that be sufficient assurance? If I betray you, then you merely need to lift a finger to wipe me from the face of this world.
You do make a valid point there. In that case, you have a deal.
I appreciate your trust.
Why don't we celebrate our new partnership with a toast?
Hartman calls over the waiter and pours out 2 glasses of some expensive-looking deep crimson liquid. He lifts his glass and nods to Hugo for draining it one gulp. Hugo flashes a smug grin as he follows suit and takes a gulp. Okay.
Having a drink before undertaking anything important is a family tradition. It's good luck.
As an outsider, it's a real honor.
By the way, you aren't the only member of your organization, are you? Shouldn't all your companions agree to this deal first?
You don't have to worry about that. I'll make sure she agrees. Otherwise, I'll get rid of her too.
Seems you'll do whatever it takes to get things done. Great things lie ahead for someone like you. All right, let's leave it at that for today. I'll contact you about what to do next.
I could see Vivian getting betrayed.
He's the one who killed Serena!
She was the only one who was ever any good to him, right? That's how he repays her?
That's why they say once a mongrel, always a mongrel. Just look into his eyes.
Father! We have to punish him!
Serena had been ranking ahead of him. Hugo must have poisoned her water so he could pass her.
Pure evil. Typical for an impure bloodline. He should have been kicked out ages ago.
Hugo, did you do all this?
Yes, it was me. I killed her.
He admitted it! Father, he must be expelled!
He has no right to live under the same roof as us.
Why don't we reunite him with Serena then? Nobody would ever know.
Hugo, well done. My children, how many times have I told you before? In this world, only the most ruthless, cruel, and unscrupulous of people ever make it to the top. Like Hugo here, who was willing to murder his only true loved one without a second thought. Only someone with the means and the gumption to do that is qualified to be my heir.
But I...
It's all over now, and the results are obvious. The winner of this month's assessment is Hugo. As for the rest of you, go to the usual place for the punishment you deserve.
But Father! Before this, I was #1.
As I've told you before, there's only room for one winner in this family. You're still a loser, even if it's by the smallest margin. And there's no reason for a loser to exist. This is all for your own good. Do you understand? Go on now. Receive your punishment for the sake of the family.
Yes, I understand. I'm sorry.
The heck?
That really brought up some unpleasant memories. It won't be long. Soon, it'll all be over.
On the other side, after I was gonna say, I wouldn't be surprised if Vivian doesn't want to join, or she wants to leave Mockingbird, or gets betrayed or whatever, and she decides to join Victoria Housekeeping. On the other side, after Hugo leaves, Proxy, you look like you have something to say about that chosen one. Well, the truth is, we've always wanted the chance to work with you. Hugo said you're the best proxy he's ever met. The chosen proxy, in other words, chosen one. Fine, I believe you. By the way, are you free now? If you're not busy, would you mind taking a walk outside with me? Anywhere's fine. You arrive at Lumina Square with Vivian. Damn, she wants to go on a date already?
Thank you for escorting me here, Proxy. Today was quite eventful. If I were to head back now, I probably wouldn't be able. You're a child that only brings misfortune. People have been saying that about me for a long time. I used to feel if a complete stranger came up to you with terrible news, you would probably feel upset about it too. Thus, eventually, I began to prefer to keep my premonitions to myself.
Okay.
Why do I only predict suffering? If I could predict happy things, joyful things, would people like me a little more? Maybe fate truly is set in stone. Often, I want to help these people avoid their miserable fates. For a time, I even thought that I was successful, that I could change people's destiny. But it was all an illusion. In the end, I couldn't do anything at all. So, I was really happy when you said that my abilities weren't a curse, but a gift. Thank you, Proxy. I'm so glad to have met you. And you're also a fan of Lord Phaethon. It's like we were fated to meet. I don't know why, but I feel completely at ease when I'm by your side. I feel like I'm free from judgment, from blame. Like, I don't need to worry about anything, and can just be my own true self. Perhaps people really do possess an aura, and ours just so happen to be extremely compatible.
Okay.
By the way, you asked me before about Hugo. I don't really know much about him. He rarely ever talks about his past. But judging from his eye colors, you can guess he's probably the bastard son of a renowned family. I think his mother was very worried about his different colored eyes, and even wanted to get rid of him at one point. But then his family offered a huge price and bought him off his mother for some reason. And just like that, he moved from a leaky and drafty boarding room to a luxurious mansion. But he's also mentioned that the extravagant home is actually like hell for him. I think it's probably because the family treats him terribly. I digress. He ran away and ended up meeting Lycon and his master. After that, they formed Mockingbird together and experienced a rare period of happiness. Until Lycon's betrayal.
What's your take on Hugo?
So, what's your take on Hugo?
I imagine I would still be wandering around now if I had never met him. To me, Hugo is just like an older brother. I've always felt as though he's carrying some heavy burden with him. But that's a secret he's kept to himself. Something he'll never tell me. Sometimes when I look into his eyes, I can feel that he's really struggling with something. Even though he may say some extreme things, Hugo really isn't a bad person. I think one day he'll tell me his secret. Until then, I just have to wait. Wait and trust him.
After chatting for a while, you say goodnight to Vivian. It's getting late. Time to head back to the video store and get some proper rest. Why, you're a bit late today. Not a long chat with Vivian. I see. Well, it's getting late. You should call it a day, Wise. Once Vivian and the others get in touch, we'll have a lot to investigate. Wise, Vivian contacted us. She said you'll be investigating the Hollow tomorrow. Besides her, Hugo and Lycon and B, whom we recommended before, will be also to be joining this operation. She'll explain the details when she comes to pick you up at the video store tomorrow. But are you still planning on heading straight into the Hollow like you did the last few times? Vivian will protect me. Alright, with so many friends around this time, you should be in good hands. I'll wait for you at home, then. No matter what happens, remember safety first. Now let's get some rest. Alright, continuing the story. After a good night's rest, the next morning arrives as promised. Good morning, Proxy. Long story short, we analyzed the locations marked in Bringer's notebook and found no pattern between the coordinates, but they all seem well hidden. Hugo suspects that we might find something stashed at the coordinates, but it's unclear whether it will be pleasant or terrifying. In any case, we need to investigate. Our destination today is the Ballet Twins. Head there together. Alright.
It appears we're the first to arrive. I thought we were running late. This might sound weird, but it's nice to think about getting to work with you from now on. I don't really know why that makes me feel so happy. Oh, it's because we're fellow fans! Anyone who likes Lord Phaethon can't be a bad guy.
You're right.
You're right.
Of course, Lord Phaethon is the greatest there will ever be, but you're definitely the best Proxy I've ever met in person. Hugo told me before that you're really skilled, and he said we'd get along great. I never expected he'd be so right. Oh, by the way, would you like to come by my place if you have time later? I have a huge collection of Lord Phaethon merch.
Does Phaethon really have merch? Damn.
Phaethon, Lord Phaethon, doesn't have any merch out there, right? I mean, we don't even know what he looks like, for starters.
It's all my own original merch, like screenshots of old Internet comments. I print them out and turn them into postcards. Plus the avatars Lord Phaethon's used, the music playlists they recommend. I've organized it all. I'd love to show it all to you if we get the chance.